you were pretty fired up after the game the other day. How long did it take you to kind of put that behind you and move on?
Just that night. You look over it, you watch the film, then you move on. The game's already behind us and behind me, and we're focusing on Hawaii, who's a good team, and we just got to go over there and handle business.
I think a lot of fans probably left Folsom Field on Saturday encouraged, maybe hopeful. I know you didn't feel that way walking off the field, but now that you've had a couple days, can you see what they saw?
Yeah, we did a lot of tremendous things on both sides of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams, but we just have to be able to capitalize, and it's all in the details. For mainly speaking about offense, it's just the details and focusing on the little things. If we do that, then it's a whole different ball game.
Sefo, where do you think the biggest improvement was made on offense?
I think we moved the ball pretty well on Saturday. It was just the point of capitalizing it and punching the ball in the end zone and fixing our turnovers. But I think the O-line did a really good job of opening up the holes for our running backs, and they capitalized. They had a great game on Saturday.
What's it take to have long drives like that? Is it a rhythm? Is it just not making mistakes? What's it take to make 77, 77, and 99 yards?
Practicing very well all week and being consistent and just knowing what we do on each play and doing our jobs. It's not going out there and doing the spectacular every play. I mean, yes, we had one reverse that went for a big game, but other than that, it was just run plays, pass plays. I mean, it wasn't like any magic or anything. So just being consistent and having a good week of practice.
Sefo, does Saturday's game feel any different than last year's game against UCLA? Sort of similar in that you were playing a ranked opponent and you gave forth a really good effort, but last year you guys followed it up by going to Washington and losing big, I guess. Does this game feel any different, or this week feel any different than that, and what do you do to guard against, I guess, laying an egg this week?
I haven't compared this year to last year at all in terms of any game for that matter. You never want to go out there and lay an egg, to answer your second question. We've had a good preparation this week so far for Hawaii, and we're just going out there and, we don't plan on laying an egg, and we plan out there and getting a win.
Sefo, you mentioned your turnovers. Have you had, when you look back at your interceptions, was there something you thought you could have done differently on those two throws?
Of course. The first one just put too much air on it. Their backside safety came back and just robbed it because I put too much air. And then the second one, just be a little more patient and throw it to the guy who's coming open. I mean, it's simple. It's just simple things that can change the game. And I've looked at it and I've learned from it.
Did you see more confidence in your teammates, yourself, as that game continued to progress, and do you see that transferring over this week on the practice field?
Yeah, I think so. The guys fought, the whole game. We went down 14-0 early, and people probably is like, oh, here comes another game. But the guys stayed with it. They fought. We didn't quit, and I'm really proud of the guys. And yeah, we lost a game that we felt like we should have won, but nobody's hanging their heads this week. Everyone's heads are up, and we're all preparing for Hawaii, and we're done with last week.
Sefo, Coach the other day said that he took you out in part because he thought you were banged up a little bit. He saw you limping, and he thought he was going to have to take you out earlier in the game because of a hit, apparently. How's your health? It's good. I'm over here smiling, going to practice, going to school. I won't let Coach take me out unless it's on a stretcher. That probably sounds bad, and sorry if my mom's listening, but it's just kind of how I am. I'm here for my team and, here to fight all the way.
Coach Mack said after last game, he'll know if you guys took a step forward based on how you respond in practice this week. From what you've seen, do you think the team has responded the right way in practice this week? I believe so. There's times where we were a little lackadaisical today, but overall, we're moving up and moving forward in the right direction, and that's good to see from the guys. It's not, hey, we almost got that one. Let's just fold in the towel. We're pushing through it, and we're fighting for next week.
Sometimes that can, being taken out of a game can hurt a guy's pride or whatever. How did it affect you? How were you trying to respond to that?
It's the coach's decision. How I react was fine. I mean, coach putting them in. It's for the best of the team, and you put all your trust in coach to put us in the right position, and you respect that, and I had no problem with it.
There's a few Hawaiians on the CU roster. Have you asked any of them what to expect since they know so many guys on the roster of the Rainbows?
I haven't. I mean, I've lived in Hawaii for 2 years. I've been to the American Samoa. They're big Polynesian players. I mean, that's not the only kind of players they have over there, but they have an abundance of them, and they'll be big, fast, and strong. I mean, it's not like we're not expecting anything crazy from them. But no, I have not asked my teammates to answer your question.
Anything else for Sefo? How old were you when you lived there?
In Hawaii,
Yeah.
I believe 9 to 11.
Sefo, just real quick, other than the interceptions we keep talking about, it looks like you've played pretty well so far this year. Are you pleased with the progression that you have made in the first 3 games of this season?
Yeah, I think that in terms of my play, I think I've progressed really well. Obviously you have those mistakes that you make, but I think overall, I think I've been playing a lot better. Usually I'm hard on myself, but I think myself and the offense have done a really good job of clicking and moving the ball up and down the field and, scoring points. There's more room for improvement, and, that's what we're looking for this week.
When you've watched Hawaii on film, and I don't know how much film you've seen, but they've obviously played 2 Pac-12 teams already this year. They had Washington down. Washington had to come from behind to win. They made a furious comeback against Oregon State that fell short. I guess, what do you see on film when you see this Hawaii team?
They're a tough team, and obviously I only see the defensive side of the ball, but they're a tough team that keeps fighting and keeps competing, and we're going to have to play a full 4-quarter game, and that's what we've been striving to do these past 3 weeks, and you can't just say, hey, we had a good first quarter and we're just going to coast the rest of the game, because that team won't let you do that. They'll capitalize and they'll make some big plays, so we just got to be consistent throughout the whole game and continue to make plays until the whole game's up.